And welcome back to Music Freak Gaming. I hope you're having a fabulous day. And you know what? I forgot to reset this to green and stuff. But anyway, it happens. It happens on Thursdays, apparently, that I forget things. Also on Tuesdays and Saturdays. And most other days it ends with Y. In fact, I will totally forget things. All of the things will be forgotten. Anyway, let's jump into some create mod because that's where the fun stuff is going to happen today. I was actually half tempted to not do create mod today and do jump into Bedrock for the Minecraft movie experience, but then I decided I don't want to do that. So I'm here instead. We're going to try to not get hit by trains and think about donuts. Okay. And, you know, donuts are fun and exciting, right? We all like donuts. So that is going to be the plan here. The catch is, I don't know, one, where the donut shop is going to be, and two, how to actually make donuts. So, yeah. So that's going to be a thing. Now, what I'm going to do... Donuts. Yes. All the donuts. Me and Homer, we're all about the donuts. How's it going, Sprite? Welcome in. Glad to have you here on the YouTube side of the house. So, those of you who might have been watching the last forever will recognize this area. This is the chocolate factory, where I make candy bars, okay? Which is great. Well, the good news is, all of those things, all of those frostings and chocolates and stuff are going to be used for donuts. So that's going to be helpful. Also, I set up this little dealy bob just because I was dinking around the other day and decided, you know what? I need vegetable oil. Okay, because donuts, being the healthy treat that they are fried in oil. So we're going to need vegetable oil. So, you know, we're getting some of that. What I don't have right now is anything on this to, yeah. Oh, you're on Twitch too. Yes, of course. Oh, the Twitches, you're everywhere. Yeah. Anyway, I don't have anything on this to say, hey, go get like potatoes and carrots. But just the little dregs of veggies that get picked up when some other things get picked up have kind of filled this up about halfway. So we got that going for us. Anyway, so that's going to be part of the thing. So let's take a look at the donut recipe and see what we're actually going to have to do here. So the donut holes. Yes, of course we can do donut holes too, maybe. Anyway, so the donut base is you take your pastry base and you fry it and you get donuts. Okay, so it's the vegetable oil in a basin mixed with hot stuff. Okay, the pastry base, we're gonna need butter. Okay, so this is good. We need butter, and we need sugar dough, which is flour and sugar. Donut holes known as Timbits to Canadians. Yes, that is true too. Okay, so we're gonna need flour and sugar. Water is easy. So flour, and it's not dough, it's flour, okay? Pastry base, sugar dough, it's flour. So we're gonna have to get wheat. So let me get, do I have signs? Did I remember to bring signs? Did I do anything? Do I remember how to play Minecraft? That all of those questions and the answers to many more can be found somewhere else. We shall, you know, maybe figure out something. I can't figure out things. I'm sorry. It's hard. All right, so signs. I have a sign. I do not have a sign. We'll make a sign. Where's my spruce? Okay, spruce signs will work. Oh, hey, I already have planks. Even better. All right. So we're gonna need butter. Okay. Actually, we need butter. We need wheat. I've got a sugar train, but we are going to have to deal with getting sugar as well for the dough. Okay, so it's going to be fun. Okay, and then once you have the donut, right, you get the donut base, right? You've cooked it. You've got your donut base. And then you can squirt all of the frostings, right? There's all of our, what is this? Cream frosting and apple and chorus fruit and honey, which I will have to figure that out. Glowberries, sweet berries, chocolate, and melon. So, you know, all that good stuff. The reason why honey is a little bit of an issue is it's not over here. Okay. I have lots of honey over there. I don't have honey over here. So we'll have to solve that problem and figure out where the donut shop is going to be. But butter, wheat, and sugar. All right, so first thing we're going to need is to make the pastry base, which is going to be a two-step process for this. So we're going to have to get the wheat and the sugar into the mixer. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do I want to run it this way? I mean, I could. I couldn't run the... Actually, I'm just sitting here thinking I couldn't run the donuts over here, but I actually could. I could run the donuts all through the little spouty spouts. They would end up here, but I would have to... I could potentially pull them off and send them back someplace else. Ooh. That could be fun. Heck. Oh, what if... What if we add donuts to our ordering system? Right, so I've got these, right, to order chocolates or berries. What if I just add another button over here that's donut? And then we could also order donuts here. That would simplify a lot of my... Okay. That would simplify a lot of my machinery here. Ooh, okay. I mean, sure, candies and donuts, they go together. They'll be fine. Everything's going to be fine. I mean, like I said, I could, if I wanted to make them separate, I could pull off this way, but... Or pump out the frosting and send it somewhere else, but... Honestly, I think this might work. I may have to move that machine. Okay. All right, so let's talk about donuts. Righto. So we've got the vegetable oil, and when that is right here. So what we could do, let's get the create box out and let's start experimenting somewhat. Always fun to experiment in production, but, you know, that's fine. That won't cause any problems at all. None at all. We'll be totally fine. It'll be great. I'm just going to fall off this. All right, so we're going to have basically 3 more things coming out, and I may move my destruction bit over here. Okay. Okay, so here's kind of what I'm thinking. If I pull flour, let's see, what is it? Flour and sugar in here, right? Because I need a, what is a donut hole? Oh, you run donuts through a slicer. Of course, that makes sense. Yep. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Ooh, powdered donut. It's just powdered sugar. Okay, I may not do powdered donuts, but chocolate donut holes. That means chocolate pastries. Wait, can I do chocolate donuts with... How do I do chocolate pastries? Chocolate sugar dough. Great. I'm not actually getting cocoa powder down here. All right, maybe I am going to have to mix this a little bit. Okay, because I want to do chocolate donuts. Chocolate donuts are great, right? Because chocolate donut. Because yeah, we can glaze all of those donuts. Okay. All right, all right. Powdered donuts are the best donuts. Okay, that's fine. You know, I also envy you your local donuts.
So, do you use vegetable oil to fry your donuts? Does that technically make them vegetables?
Yes. If you fry your donuts in vegetable oil, that does turn them into vegetables. That is science. Okay. This is how science works.
Okay, cool. So donuts are healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're made from wheat and plants and stuff. Of course they're healthy.
Chocolate donuts are extra healthy because they're made of the cocoa.
Okay. So powdered donuts. All right. How do I make powdered sugar? Now you're making me do things. Powdered sugar. Oh, you just mill sugar. Okay. I mean, that's fine. You love those arguments. Yeah, it makes all the sense in the world. Okay. So we are going to have a cocoa problem because I need cocoa powder. All right. Okay, so let's... okay, so... okay, we're going to make this work. Pastry dough. Look. And pastry bars? I'm not making pastry bars. How do you make pastry bars? Oh, you just craft them. Okay. They just become a thing. All right, no, that's fine. It's perfectly fine. All right. Wow. All right, so let's we're gonna have to build out some steps here. Let's put this here, so it's really easy to see what we're doing and stuff. All right, so to make a pastry base, yeah, dark chocolate filled pastries, of course we can. That's if you don't fry the... All right, we are going to have to do this someplace else, but... Or not. I don't know. I know nothing. All of the things that I thought I knew, I know not anymore. Okay. But let's just start with the raw pastry base. Okay. So let's start with sugar dough. Okay. That is going to be wheat, sugar, or yeah, it's wheat flour to sugar to water. Okay. So we are going to need to go wheat to flour, fleur, not other flour. Okay. We're going to need... All right. So that's going to be step one. Step number the next one. It's flour. Okay. It's flour and sugar and water. And you mix. Oops, that should be an O, not a 0. And then you mix. Okay. And this gives you pastry dough. Dough. Okay. All right. So we got that. Now, if I want to make the chocolate pastry base, then it's the chocolate sugar dough, which is all of that stuff plus cocoa powder. Okay. All right. So, okay. So, stuff. Okay. Let's do cocoa pow plus all of that stuff. Okay. So that gives us our pastry base. All right, so cool. So once we get the pastry dough, now we can do all of these things, right? We can either get pastry bars, which is just crafting. Okay, so hang on. Grab some more signs here. All right, so pastry bar, it's the dough plus craft. That's all it is, okay? There's nothing else that needs to get done with it. It's just you take the thing and it becomes the base, okay? And then you have to cook it, okay? Yeah, you have to cook it because all of these, yeah, okay. Okay, and then I'm going to say smoke just because that's what the action is. We're not actually going to be smoking our donuts. That, I think, crosses too many lines and is illegal in at least 3 states. Okay? We're going to avoid that. Okay. So there's that. Next thing we've got are pastries, which we don't have to craft. We just have to cook, right? Yeah. All right. So the pastry is the dough. Okay. And then smoke it. Okay. We're good. We're good. All right. Next, we're going to get a crafting table. Yeah, I would actually kind of like to put this somewhere else, but okay. No, we're gonna plant things. It's something I can do if I think really hard about it. Okay. All right, so now donuts. So donuts is the dough plus veg oil, and then it's a hot mix, and then we're done. Okay. Okay, so that's a hot mix. Okay, and then all of this you can squirt the stuff onto it. Okay? Great. We're totally making progress or something. Okay, so what I could do... No, because I can't. I've got to do the donut oily goodness. Okay. Okay. Turns out the pastries are easier than donuts. Who'd have thunk? Okay, cool. Okay. And then, yeah, after all that is done, squirt with stuff. Or, if we're going to do the powdered snow donuts, yep. That's what those are. If we're going to do powdered donuts, we need to just, it's just mix or deploy with powdered snow. Okay. Or powdered snow. That's totally how it is. Mix. I don't know why I'm caught up on the snow thing, but with powdered sugar. All right. And then there's also if I want to do the donut holes, then it's a slicer. Okay. Okay, so the holes are donuts plus slicer. All right, there we go. Cool. Oh, all right, so we've got lots of options, But the reality is it's going to be fairly simple, at least from the control side of things. Okay. So maybe I won't do this. All right. So from the ordering system side of things, it's actually going to look a lot like this. Okay. The donut holes won't be able to do the frosting. They'll just be able to do powdered sugar. But everything else can be fine. And actually what's cool is the pastry base, the sugar dough, can take powdered sugar instead of sugar. So I could actually just craft up powdered sugar and use that in the recipe and not have to worry about dealing with sugar separately. I'm liking these options here. Okay. So I would basically have this type of ordering system and then a section for donuts. And I could still do that here. I would just have to replace, I could replace one side of this, in fact, because it's pastries, pastry bars, donuts, and donut holes, right? There are 4 things that we have to worry about here. All right. Okay, not pasta. We're not doing the pasta. That would be just silliness. But pastries or donuts, we could make that happen. The problem is that if I don't link it with this, I have to not use that. Huh. Okay. I might be able to solve that problem, but how would I solve that problem? I could have a order donut versus order toppings, right? This button orders chocolate. I could move one over somewhere and just say, oh yeah, order chocolate. Ding, all the chocolate shows up. Order donut. Dink, all the donut shows up. Okay, I think I can make that work. If I were to make this the donut stand, I'd have to take out this display case, I think. Or maybe. Yeah. I think I could make that work and have everything still over here. Maybe. But we're still going to have to deal with... We're going to have to deal with making the pastries separate. All right, so... And getting the chocolate down here is going to be an interesting thing. Let's come take a look at the chocolate for a minute. When I set this up, I set it up to only export the chocolate, the liquid chocolate, okay? I'm not pulling out the cocoa powder. But cocoa, whoops, come on, get out of the, okay, free cam. All right. But cocoa powder is being generated. Right, it gets smashed right there. So I could pull cocoa powder out, bring it down this way and right over there. I just have to actually stop things. Wow, it only dropped 1 sugar there. Okay, cool. So that's a thing. I could make that happen. And then all I would have to do is, if I'm coming out of a smart shoot, for example, right after the smashy, like right where that is, I could just lock that when my storage is full. Okay. That's a thing. I could totally make that a thing. All right. So this is good. We're yeah, totally gonna make this work exactly the way I totally plan to make it totally and stuff. All right. Cool. All right, so step one, I'm gonna have to do donuts. And we're gonna have to, or well, we're gonna have to get pastries. Right, get the pastry shells and either cook them, right, smoke them so they become cooked pastries, or fry them so we get donuts. And we're going to need multiples of those because I think, hang on, let's check the pastries. Yeah, because the pastries all have chocolate variants as well. Okay. So, wonderful. I don't know. Making all of that is easy enough, right? I can certainly do that. I'm now beginning to question whether or not I actually do want to run this out of this shop or not. I mean, I kind of sort of have to, though, if I want to use this deployment mechanism for the frostings. If I don't want to do that, excuse me, if I don't want to do that, I could pump the frostings over this way into little squirty areas and have a separate deployment system. I mean, yeah, I guess that could work. Yeah, so then it's just a matter of stuff here. So, all right. Because I'm kind of liking the idea of using the same train, right? The candy bar train that keeps running over here to this drop off. I like the idea of piggybacking on that, so to speak. Okay, where I can just say, yeah, we'll use the same train, and I'll have to deal with that in some way. But use the same train, it'll drop off stuff this way. Okay. Oh. Yep, got caramel. It's making the caramel. Right, so. All right. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is let's set up 2 pads here. We'll do one for wheat to flour. Oh, actually, I should probably get a third just because I'm going to need butter. And it's all dropping off over this way anyway. So we'll turn wheat to flour. We'll turn sugar into powdered sugar. And then we'll just grab the butter. And we'll dump it off of the track here. And run it to wherever it is we're actually going to make the donuts. That... Also, I'm going to need chocolate, right? The chocolate cocoa powder. Right? That can all come over this way too. All right, I think I can make this happen. All right, so the butter and the cocoa don't need to be processed. They just need to be delivered. So, honestly, the wheat and the sugar both get milled, don't they? All right, let's go get a millstone. see if I've got one already crafted here. Okay, so wheat and sugar both get milled. All right, so freehand, mechanical, millstone. Perfect. All right, so I can actually drop those both in the same place. Potentially, unless I want to make a second millstone. That's definitely a possibility. And I mean that in its ancient English sense. You know, the type of Shakespearean that you might get by if Hamlet forgot his lines for a minute. That's kind of the level of we're at today. Okay. He eventually got to be or not to be, but believe me, he spent several minutes going, And yep, that's where we're at. Okay, so if I want to mill wheat. Okay, I could put the millstone here. And the only reason I'm thinking of doing it here is I could potentially come up that way. Or come off this and down. Okay. So that's a thing that can happen. Honestly, this doesn't necessarily have to be this long either. If I'm not going to send the donuts down onto that track, at least not... Yeah, I think we are going to do a separate donut shop. Okay. I'm still going to rely on a lot of this machinery because it's right here and it's going to be kind of nice not to reinvent the wheel. But okay, so if I were to cut this, sure, that's a place that can be cut. Yeah, okay. All right, so then I would mill this way. It would come down. I would get powdered sugar and wheat flour. Also seeds. I'd have to dispose of the seeds, but that's okay. Seeds are just a byproduct of milling wheat. Sometimes you just get seeds. Okay, and that's fine. And then we'd have the cocoa powder and the butter, which would just basically come out this way. Oops. Okay. Something sort of like this. Okay. Oh. Marshmallows. Lovely. Okay. All right, so yeah, so the cocoa powder and the butter will come out here. Okay. All right, and then I think that's all of the extras I'm going to need, right? Because the sugars can go to powdered sugar. Oh, what I needed the butter for something. What was it? Raw pastry base. Oh, right, it's the sweet dough. Oh no, it's sugar dough. What do I need the butter for? Oh, it's the sugar plus butter is pastry dough. Okay. So no, this is sugar dough and then the sugar dough plus butter equals pastry. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Pastry dough. Okay, I knew I needed butter for something. And obviously this also, this follows the same path. Whatever, if I get chocolate sugar dough, right, mixed with butter, yeah. Yeah, the chocolate sugar dough plus the butter gives me the chocolate pastry base. Okay, cool. So we can make those miracles happen. All right. All right. So, in all honesty, I think maybe what I'll do is, what if I were to slip this over here instead? And the reason I'm thinking of doing it over here is I can actually just pull power straight off the belts and up, which will be a little bit easier, I think, for all of this power stuff. Because I don't think I'm going to need anything else here for the donut shop. So, all right. So if this is going to come down this way, then we are going to need some chutes. All right. And then we're going to have to do some other processing elsewhere. Right? Because we'll get the flour, the powdered sugar, and the seeds are going to come this way. Obviously, as I said, the butter and stuff is going to come this way. The butter and the cocoa powder. All right, and then we can do things. Okay. Actually, if I run the... Yeah. Okay. It's a thing. I've got a couple of thoughts now that I need to... I have thoughts I have to think about, but we'll think thoughts. I, too, can think thoughts. I have heard of thoughts and thinking, and I can totally do that. Totally. It's a thing I can think. Dr. Seuss once said, "Oh, the thinks you can think." Well, this is kind of where I'm at today. All right, so that'll go this way. So the next step... Oh, it would be really handy. Okay, so I've got some... Woo! I have some lava here. Right? Right, because that's feeding all of these things, which are cooking stuff. Well, I suppose I could pull the lava out this way, too. So, all right. We're definitely going to take advantage of the fact that I have lava, like, right here. to keep blaze burners going. This was not what I was expecting, but hey, I'm down with this. All right, so these guys are going to come down here. So the next step is going to be... I think I'm going to need to buffer a bunch of things. Yeah, right, because getting the ingredients down is easy. But we're going to have to do mixing, which is going to involve a lot... Well, potentially 3 different items plus water. Okay, water's easy, but... Okay. I think I can make that happen. So... we're going to have to split this into something. All right. Oh, how do I want to do this? I don't know how I want to do this. It's going to be a thing, I think. Oh, actually, I take this back. What if I were to do... I have a Evil plan. I like evil plans. Okay. This is going to go here. We're going to have to do a little bit of we're going to have to do a little bit of magic, and I might have to scoot these out a little bit. But all right, so here's the thing. Remember I said I'm going to get seeds out of this? Well, I have to destroy the seeds. So what if I were to take a filter, which I don't have, but if I were to take a list filter and said seeds go out this way and everything else goes out this way, the seeds will come down here right into my already existing Destructomatic. Now we're thinking with portals. All right, let's go. I left a bunch of filters over here. Let's go get them. Everything else is going to have to come down into a bunch of storage. Yeah, so I can buffer things for the train, right? Basically, I'm going to buffer the raw ingredients, and we'll deal with everything else as it comes. All right. Hope. I hope. We're making moves. Whether they're smart or not is an entirely different story, full of deep intrigue and plot twists and also quite possibly danger lurking around every whim or something. Okay, so one of these is that's going to go there. We'll set this. This is going to be wheat flour. Oops. Actually, do it this way. We're going to need wheat flour, right? We're going to need powdered sugar. Power sugar, cool. Power sugar is like what you get in your protein shakes, right? Okay. But one of these I'm going to just set to the not variant. Okay, so the not variant is going to go here. And then the regular variant, allow other things through. It's going to go here. Okay. I'm going to need a couple more list filters. Do I have wool on me? Probably not. No. This is what happens. I put stuff away. Gotta stop doing that. All right. Cool. So that will do all of our grindy. Let's go ahead and connect. Woo! I'm stuck now. Sorry. It happens. We're fine. Everything's great. Andesite funnel. It's cool. Okay. That'll go there. Now, you know, this is now really hard to get to. All right. No. This isn't, it's going to be, I think, fairly straightforward. It's just going to be an extra, it's going to be an extra step that I was sort of not wanting to do. But to simplify my, my output filtering, I think we'll do this. So, gearbox shafts. Okay. Shaft is going to go there. Gearbox will go there. All right. And there we're going to get mixy. So we should be good. Now, I don't have any of those. I might have some up in the storage. We'll get to those in a minute. I've got to get the filters and everything too. So, you know, there's that. All right. Cool. So that's all going to come down here. Okay. Now, you know what I could do? I could put those into a single dealy bob. Okay, anyway, sorry, I'm thinking out loud. And that's normal for a stream, I suppose, but so, this is what happens. It happens to me a lot, okay? Do you ever have a time when your brain is like 3 steps ahead of where you're actually at? It's like, you know what? You're working on a project and think, okay, I'm at step number 1, but you end up building out like step number 4 in your mind, and that's just where you're at. Yeah, that's kind of where I am, and it can be really useful sometimes. Other times, it's just confusing, okay? And that's kind of where I'm at. Okay, but also confusing and confused and stuff. That's all right. We're going to get it. All the time. Exactly. Exactly. You know it. You know exactly how this works. Yeah. It's like, sure, we know what we're doing. Kind of. Do we know what we're doing? Okay. So that's going to go there. There are times where I look at what Create 6 is doing with its delivery and thinking, that would have been awesome for this. I don't have that. I'm still in Create 5. Okay, so that's going to go there. So the next thing I'm going to need is to take the flour, the butter, and the cocoa, and the powdered sugar, and send them into storage. So let's think about this for just a moment. I think what I'm going to do, let's drop down here a little bit. And do I have a dirt? Yeah, dirt's fine. Okay, let's come under here. All right. And I think I'm going to go like so. Okay, and we're going to reverse the direction of this. Okay. And it's going to be great. Everyone's going to love it. Okay. Yes, I think I know what I'm doing. Yeah. The one thing I don't have... See, all of this is all directly linked here for the ordering system for the train. We're going to have to do some stuff over here. Yep. Combine what I just said with... Okay, I got to go see what that link is. Oh, yes. Yep. Yep. I know that I will break my big problem down into littler problems so they're easier to solve. But now I have 18 trillion littler problems. Yep. Been there. Totally been there. Okay, so I think what I'm going to end up needing is radio links to trigger for this ordering system. So I can order more wheat, more sugar, and cocoa powder, which we'll need to get down here too. So, okay. But I think the plan here is relatively solid. Okay, we'll get stuff going this way. Okay. Be sure we're not going to run into the output there. Okay. All right, that's fine. Just a matter of actually connecting everything up, but I think I can do that from over here. So that's cool. Just bring a gearbox or something down and should be fine. Okay. All right, so all of that will just slide over like this. We'll use another set of tunnels to actually sort out all of our output. And then we'll bring it here. So I'm going to need some chests. I've got a smart chute. That's good. Let's get some wool. And do I have nuggets on me. Okay, good. All right. Hi. Let's not get hit by the train because that would be awkward. I need to come up here because I need the storage. Okay. It's all coming together. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to do it. We're going to get it. We're going to get the stuff. It's going to be wonderful. Okay, so I need wool. I'm going to need chests. Okay, hang on. Brain stopped for a minute. I needed something, right? Oh, not the stibbles. Chest. Thank you. All right. Got it. Oh, panic hitting free camp does not help in killing the mobs coming at you. Yeah, no, this is a message worthy of highlighting. No, avoid the panic free cam. It doesn't help you nearly as much as you might hope. All right. We'll grab some lime wool because I will need that to make filters. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh, I'll tell you, I've done that a time or two. Oh, I also cut this tunnel in. Well, I want to play a little Minecraft. Yeah, I just dug a little tunnel. It's handy. All right. So, speaking of tunnels, I forgot to pick up the tunnels. Smooth. I am the smoothest. I am like ice smooth. That's how smooth I am. Just smooth. That might have not been the sound effect to go with smooth. You know, just the glug glug slurpy glug slurp. No, not so much. I think maybe we need a different type of sound for that, okay? Probably. All right, so we're going to grab some of these. I think I have kelp on me. Let's grab a little brass because I think I'm going to need to craft up brass and some light bulbs. Smart stuff. Light bulbs. Might as well grab the redstone links. I'm going to need those too. And a mechanical crafter. And threshold switches. Yeah, we're just going to need all the things. Okay. I don't need the crafter yet. But the threshold switch is definitely going to be a thing that's going to be needed. And, brass. Right. Ores. Thank you. Brass. Got space? We got a little space. I need to look at condensing some things here, but, you know, doing okay. All right. I do have a lot of zinc here, though. That's good. I can mine that by hand with a fortune pickaxe and get a little bit more zinc. But if I throw it in the crushing wheel, I get about the same amounts, if maybe just a little bit less. So, you know, that's a thing to think about. Oh, right. Cocoa powder. Where's the cocoa powder from here? So if I'm going to do cocoa powder, I'm going to be coming right out from under here. That's going to put me right down this way. Huh. Actually, that may not be a bad thing. Because this is close enough, I could actually pump this right into I could pump that right into a PSI. Probably off this side. If I want something that needs to pick up cocoa powder. Okay. It's going to be sort of over here. Okay, that's definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. Okay. Well, I'll deal with that here in a minute, okay? I'm going to need to craft up a couple of list filters. So grab some of that, grab some lime wool, and list filters. Oh, right. I need a crafting table. Thank you. List filters. Why not have enough of those? What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. But that's okay, hang on. List filter. Gimme. Fine. Okay. All right, so we're going to need a filter here. This one is wheat and sugar. Okay. Sugar. All right. And, oh, actually, let's take a look at the cocoa powder for a minute. So cocoa powder you get from, you get from smashing, right? Or pressing the, okay. So no, we'll just get the cocoa powder. That'll be easier. All right, so step number 1. Nope. Okay. And let's pick up all that glass that we really doesn't mix well, okay? All right, so good. We've got extra glass apparently, so that's cool. All right, so that's that. We already have the seeds and stuff. The next one, okay, we'll clear that. Next one is going to be cocoa powder. Oops, cocoa powder. There we go. And butter. Butter. None of that margarine stuff. This is the real deal right here. Okay. All right, so now we've got all this extra glass again, because that's just the way the system was designed, to output glass until it can't output glass anymore. All right, nice. All right, so we're set up for delivery here, which is good. And that's going to come down here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to set up, a few more of those. Let's see, kelp. Okay, I'm going to need some tunnels. And I'll tell you, we are definitely going to be abusing the tunnels here a little bit, but I think we're okay. All right. Woohoo! All right, so the way this is going to work is we're going to get our wheat dough, butter, chocolate, all that good stuff, okay? Now, I suppose it would be nice if I actually got those things, but, you know, that's a thing. All right, and, oh, yeah, 100% we had the, I can't believe it's not butter. I remember when that came out. Everyone made fun of the commercials because I totally believe it's not butter. Strangely enough, I in fact believed it was not butter. You know, maybe I'm just a trusting sort, but yeah, no, I totally believed it wasn't butter. Okay. Okay, so now we have stuff coming out into storage. You know, I may end up just zigzagging back and forth down this way for a while, and then... Oh, that might be... Yeah, so if I zigzag my way down there, then I could do stuff, right? Potentially. Maybe. Kinda. Who knows? All right. Yeah, I think my stepmom was all about, I can't believe it's not butter. And this is why I have trust issues. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, because I am going to need to be able to get the bottom of these. So let's go ahead and kick these out. Now, what I'll do is I'll set the... Yeah, so what I can do is I can set my... where did I put them? My threshold switches on these guys, right? Kind of like that. And then I could use those, and I could trigger off those for whatever it is I'm looking for here, right? Sure. That's going to make sense. It's going to be fine. I do not, in fact, have more dried kelp. Cool. Glad I planned ahead. I did not plan ahead. Well, that's okay. I have a lot of dried kelp. I have so much dried kelp. We are not at risk of being out of dried kelp. And that's not even counting the kelp farm. That's just over here where I have my miscellaneous blocks. And yeah, we've got all the kelp happening over here. Oh, right. Those are jack-o'-lanterns, pumpkins, and carved pumpkins and stuff. Gotcha. Okay. All right, so let's see. All right, let's see. We're going to have the stuff and the other stuff and the things and the stuff and things. Okay. Stuff and things is going to come out over here. We're not having stuffing things. That's an entirely different thing. Oh, I should actually go get stuff to make the filters and stuff, huh? All right. Let's go get the filter stuff. So cocoa powder, that's up there. I'll get that in a minute. We're going to need a little wheat flour. We're going to need some butter. And we're going to need some sugar, which I need to grind into powdered sugar, which is totally a thing. So let's see what's over here. That's an explosion. See what's over here in our food bin. Okay, lots of salt. We are very salty today. Butter. That's not butter. That's powdered milk. Okay. All right, so we've got butter. We do not have sugar in here. That's okay. Do have a little bit of wheat, though. Actually, do I have flour in here, too? Do I have flour? No. That's fine. We'll grind that up. It'll be great. In fact, I'm going to grind up a couple of them. Cocoa's over there. Let's get the sugar. All right. And this, my friends, is why I have farms for everything. I am 100% a farmer. Okay, sugar. Oh yeah, this is great. Yep, the sugar farm has stopped because the storage is full. That's how that works. Oop. Yep, there it goes. It's gonna go pick up. What are you picking up? Wow. Oh right, it's inside the. Okay, it's like, boy, I have no margin for error on that one. Yeah, no, we're fine. It's good. All right, so let's drop it here. Let's grab a little cocoa powder so I can set some filters. I mean, I could do it with a list filter, but I would rather... Oh, I forgot to grind the sugar. Oh, well. Do that in a sec. Yes. We have no bananas. All right, so we are going to need stuff. That's going to have to go. Okay. Cocoa powder. Let's grab a couple of them just in case. Good enough. All right. And I am going to have to come out right under there. Let's... Cool. Can I get over there and dig? All right. So that's going to come out. That's going to come out. All right. I'll just leave that for now. I can get over here and set filters and things in a minute, but yeah, we'll just bring this down this way right through here. Okay, and we'll make that happen. It'll be great. So, that's it. We're going to sleep. It's going to be great. We can't do the things, I think. Okay. I had thoughts. They're not relevant. Moving on. Oh, right. I had to grind sugar. Say, they I had sugar right there. So let's head to the workshop here real quick and go grind some sugar. I should maybe put a door or something on that, you know? It's unlikely a mob's going to wander in from there, but, you know, it's not... The chances of them doing it is not zero, so, you know. All right. All right, so we should now have some powdered sugar right there. Wonderful. All right. We'll see how this goes. And hopefully it'll go okay, right? That's the plan. So, we are going to pull cocoa. Okay, we're going to pull cocoa out of that one. And we'll pull butter out of this one. Okay, cool. Right, I didn't grind the flour. Go me. What else am I getting? Cocoa powder. Oh, powdered sugar. Okay, powdered sugar goes there. Cool. All right. I kind of wish there was a way to go into swim mode without having an elytra, but... All right, let's go. Let's go grind some wheat, because... Yeah. Actually... That's all set up. This is set up to grind things. I could throw the wheat right down there, and it will be ground. Okay. Wheat flour. Wonderful. Wheat flour comes out there. Okay. Nice. So, what we now have is a machine that's not moving. All right. Okay, this is going to be fine. We're going to do great things together, people. It's going to be wonderful. Okay, grab some andesite funnels. Didn't necessarily need that many, but I always could use more, so we're okay with that. All right. Cool. All right, so this is all going to come this way. So now let's get our let's get some power. Oh yeah. Power, baby. We are going to get it. It's going to be great. I at some point will know what I'm doing, but okay. So I have to reverse the direction of these belts. So what I'm going to do is we're going to come out this way with a happy little dealy bob there. Actually, yeah, no, this is probably okay. Maybe not. Maybe I'm sorry. Sorry, it got awkward. I got to thinking, and suddenly, and my mind stopped working. You know how that goes. Okay, yeah, I see what I'm going to do. All right, so this will come out like so. It's going to need a dealy bob there. Okay. And let's get our encased chain drives. So I've got shafts now running all the way across all 4 of those. I'm going to take an encased chain drive. We'll stick one here. Face it up the right way. Okay. There we go. And now everything is awesome. All right. Now, the one drawback is I can't open those. So, I don't know if I need to... I might actually be able to run these off the sides here. Like that. Because I'm not going direct. Right? For the ordering system, I'm going to be coming radio links off and extending this out, so. Okay, so we should be all right. Oh, also, I do need a threshold switch off of this guy. Probably right there is fine. Okay. Because I'm going to have to do the same... Ah, I'm on fire now. It's okay. I'm on fire. Everything's great. I might be sneezing, though. Hang on. Okay. Maybe. Allergies have been killing me this week. It has been so bad. So bad. So, you know, can kind of sort of help. With... All right. All right. So how are we doing? We're doing okay? All right. Sorry, I got a message on my computer. I wasn't sure if that was going to cause problems with the stream, but I think we're doing okay. All right, so let's see. Everything looks to be still fine. Okay. No, we're good. Everything's great, I think. We have definite greatness somewhere. All right, so we're going to pull all of that stuff over this way. So now here's where things are going to get fun. Okay, so step 1, we're going to drink some hot chocolate. Okay. Step 2, we're going to have to make some pastry dough. Now, we have our flour. Okay. So now we're coming into this step. All right. Where we mix the flour, the sugar, the water, and possibly cocoa powder, and we get sugar dough. So this is going to be the next step. Now, how is that going to work, you ask? I don't know, I answer. Also, oh, hang on just a minute. All right. Okay, I think I'm back. Sorry, I was getting to a point where it's like, you know what? I really need to blow my nose. And it was not going to wait. Okay, so we've got everything except butter. Okay, which we'll use later. I might want to reverse those, the butter and the cocoa powder, just to make dealing with some things a little bit easier. Okay, so let's come down this way a little bit, and we'll bring some belts down. Okay, now, actually, this might have to go further down, right? So we are now at the, or no, we're at the sweet dough or the sugar dough stage, right? Where we get it's powdered chocolate donut, sugar dough. Where we are going to mix. Oh, heck. I could have just gone wheat and sugar and right into it, but this way works too. We need wheat and flour. Okay. All right, so wheat, flour, sugar, mix it. We get our dough. Okay. And then the chocolate sugar dough is the same thing, right? Where we get sugar dough. Right. The chocolate sugar dough is the same thing, you just add cocoa powder to it. Okay. So actually, so this is probably going to have to come down a little bit lower. Okay. One of those is probably right. Because I need to set up a couple of mixers and water pumps. Okay, which, you know, I can set up the water pumps over there. That's easily done. One side or the other. It's fine. We're totally fine. And then the butter is just going to go straight down, and we'll mix with stuff later. But, right, to make the pastries. So, I'm going to need 2 basins. Do I have basins on me? I do not. I have a chute on me. Well, you know, that's fine. Basins. Okay. All right, so I think just to give myself a little bit extra room, I'm going to set this up down here. Okay, so we'll run this across this way. Okay. Oh, that is 4. Okay. No, we're good. Good. Everything's great. All right. So. Ooh, no. So that'll go like that. All right. So if I run this across here, so I've got an option. I can move some things around if it'll make, and my filters and stuff up here, and the order things are here if I need to make this a little bit easier to work with. Okay. All right. But the short answer is I need to take two basins with mixers and oh, are we under the, we're not under those. Okay. There. We're not under the chests that I need to be under. Okay. Okay. Yes. Here we're going to get into more tunnel abuse. It's going to be great. So I think what I want to do is we're going to come out this way. Yeah. Okay. I'm a little bit worried about this. Hang on a sec. Let me think about this. So here's what I was thinking. Okay. I would take a couple of tunnels like so, and I would send I'd send the ingredients out this way. And right, so this would have all 3 ingredients for the chocolate. This would have just the 2 ingredients for the regular, and they would just dump into the mixers there and everything would be happy. Okay, that would work. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not entirely sure I like this option. So, because I'm a little bit worried about things backing up and then the machine jamming. Right? So if this line gets full of wheat flour and sugar, but I can't get chocolate, I can't get the cocoa powder in, even though I have the stuff, right, it would get stuck, and I don't want that. So we're gonna fall down here. That's great. So how do I want to solve? Ooh. Okay, I think I see how I want to solve this problem. I definitely am going to want to move some things around here. What I want are... Oh, no. I'm going to have the same problem. It's like, what if I put a vault here and run chutes down, but the vault will fill up and I'd still have the same problem, but probably worse. So, okay. So that's not quite the way I want to handle it. What I could do is I could come down this way into some more chests, put the filters off of that. No, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I just need to get stuff shipped out where I need it to ship out to. So, all right. How do I want to approach this? I don't know. I don't know how I want to approach this. So, I've got a couple of options. One of the things you can do with these systems is you can set these up and you can say synchronize inputs. Right? So I can send all of the stuff in, but it will always output the same, which would be kind of handy as it goes into the mixers. But I don't know. I'm not sure I like that approach necessarily. Okay. All right. So let's talk through this just a little bit, okay? Because again, I am confused and I want to not be confused, okay? So the idea is we're going to have a basin, okay? It's going to have 3 inputs. Oops. Right, it's going to have 3 inputs. Or 2 inputs in the case of the this one. The regular sugar dough is going to have flour and sugar. The cocoa powder will have 3. Okay. But it's basically going to be like this. All right. Plus water. Oh, you finished layering the farm. Nice. Excellent, Sprite. Thank you. Yeah, because we're going to need probably some more. We're probably going to need several more layers of wheat, and actually maybe a few more layers of potatoes and carrots, now that I think about it. Because I need potatoes and carrots for this, for the vegetable oil. But that is awesome. Okay. So the way this is going to work, we have to send stuff to both of those, right? So if I have a second basin, I could either put it here or I could put it like offset it like that. And then how does this work? So I still need 2 inputs. Right, because I would need, say, the wheat and the sugar. This one said it's magical because it's got the flour. Or the chocolate. Okay. Nice. Nice. Yeah. We'll have to just build out the farm layers over there. Get all the harvesters in place. We can connect it to the whole machine later, but that would be cool. All right, so that would have to be the same. If this is on the same belt, this would have to be the same item. Those two are the same item. And then that's the chocolate. I mean, I could reverse this, right? I could put the chocolate on this side instead. Right? That would be okay. Right? So I could do it that way. But doesn't matter. I would still need to split. Let's see. I think I can do let's see. I mean, I can just hang on. Can I do this? No, I can't. Okay. I was just wondering if I could pump that into two different things, like as a splitter, but I can't. That's okay. I could actually do this. If I had I could have vaults that come across and do it that way. Oh, hey, look at that. We got ourselves a bot. Yay, automod or something. Okay. Cool. You know you've hit big time when you start getting the bots and stuff. All right. So yeah, I could take one of these, say the flower. Yep. Hey, we got it. Well, I have SiriBot over there in Twitch land, so you know, which is awesome. Okay. So let's see. So that's gonna slide down. Yeah, I would have to split that off, which might mean lowering that even a little bit more, depending on things, but I think this is doable. So if I were to take the wheat down on one side into a dealy bob, right into a vault to split it and then output. I could run the powdered sugar into one to output. And then I could run the cocoa powder into another one, right? This is 4 outputs here. And then the only one that's weird is the butter, which I would have to send. I'd have to send out somewhere else. Some other way. Okay. Yeah. Because I could send the butter potentially straight down to the next layer, because both of those then slide down, would get mixed with the butter and become pastries. All right. Heck, I could take the butter. I could take the butter actually and just come off a separate side here too, I suppose. But all right, well let's figure out the mixers. I need vaults, it looks like. So let's go get some vaults. All right. You know, I'm getting too used to this jetpack, I'll tell you. It's when I'm without it, just with my elytra on, I feel like I can't move, you know? Okay, so yeah, so I think we're going to come down and do that weird split thing. It's going to work. It's going to be great. Everyone's going to love it. Yeah. Okay, so the way I want to do this is I want to come down. Let's see, if I come down off of this one, and I go like that. Okay. And this is going to be our flour. All right. Then, yeah, I said I'm going to have to. Whoa. All right. Well, flour is no longer in the box. That's a good thing. Yeah, so I'll resort that over there in a little bit. But I do like this idea of the flour coming down there. And then the powdered sugar would come down this middle one, like that. Okay. All right, so let's rearrange some filters here. All right, so we're going to send the flour down this side. Okay. Hang on, I need all of my stuff. Powdered sugar, cocoa powder, and butter. Okay. All right, so powdered sugar is going to go down this side, or the wheat's going to go down this side. Sugar is going to go there. The cocoa will send down here, and the butter will go down that one. Okay? I think that makes sense. All right. Cool. So, next, put the elytra away. All right, so now, then what we need are some shoots. So this one is going to come down this way. Okay. This one's going to come down that way. That one. Hey, JMO! How's it going, dude? Welcome, welcome. It's been a hot minute. How you doing, man? Oh, hi. What are you looking at, man? Side die, all this good stuff. How's it going, man? We are over here making this stuff. Yeah, we're doing good. I am looking at making donuts. And I'm already making chocolate and stuff, so this is good. Yeah, see, I've got this is this is modded. I'm in create mod. And yeah, I've got a shop to make pizza and pasta. Got one to make sandwiches. This one makes candy bars. Right? All that good stuff. So we're now working on donuts because I'm going to be setting up a donut shop probably over here. As soon as I figure out how all of the traffic is going to flow. It's going to be great. Okay, so this one is going to be the cocoa. Oh, actually, if I were to make this one the cocoa, not the butter, I could take the butter straight down past it to the next layer of machinery. Okay, I like this idea. Let's let us fix the thing. So that means this comes out. Okay. Okay, this will go here. Belts would be handy. Thank you. All right, that means I want cocoa in this one and butter in this one. All right. Cool. That's fine. So cocoa's going to come out here. Butter's going to come out there. And this is going to be great. All right, so then... Yes. Okay, so now we'll bring the cocoa down here. The butter will go down that way, but we've got to deal with other stuff. Donut. How's it going, Carp? Welcome in over there on the YouTube side of things. Hope you're having a fabulous day. All right. Nope, good. Good. Everything's going to be great. These are going to be, I'm sure, amazing donuts and stuff. So amazing. Okay. Awesome. So this is going to come down here. We don't need grass in our donuts. I know. I'm weird like that. All right, so now we're going to take our basins and... Ah, jeez, monkeys, what's... Hi. No. What part of no don't you understand? All right. You know what? Hey. You want to, like, shoot your boss? He totally wants to shoot his boss. I know he wants to shoot his boss. That's, like, almost universal, right? Isn't that right? People just want to... Who wouldn't want to, like, just for grins and giggles, accidentally hit their boss with a crossbow? Hi. Could you, like, be on fire for a while? All right, cool. We got him. Okay, and the llamas are over here. They're doing stuff. I need a creeper working the donut shop. Yeah, that's right. They love making holes. That's absolutely right. Okay, you llamas, you take him out, man. Are they going to do it? Okay, the llamas need better aim. Okay, he's a regular pillager. I could axe him myself, but... Okay, we're good. Everything's great. Other than the fact my nose itches like crazy, we're fine. All right, so... Anyway... Okay. Got llamas dancing, which is always fun. Yeah, you know. Yeah, you guys enjoy yourselves down there. I'm sure it's going to be great. Unless mob griefing is turned off. No, mob griefing is on, except for Enderman and creepers, because I've just decided to leave that on. Okay, so this is going to come down here, and it's going to be butter, but we'll deal with that as soon as I know where the butter is going to be. Okay? We will have better butter. It'll be great. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to come off... I think I want to do it... How is this going to do it? That way. And... this way. I think is how this is going to work. We'll change those around in a minute, but yeah, I think this is how this is going to go. Yes, drinking refills sound like a wonderful thing. I think I'm out of soda, which is annoying. But, yeah. That one went down wrong. Ooh. You know what's bad enough getting water if it drops down the wrong tube? But getting something fizzy like soda isn't any better, you know? All right. This one actually is going to have to shorten up just a touch. Okay. So that's actually going to have to go to there. Yeah, I may have to shorten up those a little bit, but... All right, so let's go and pick these up. Yeah, no, this is all going to make perfect sense. So much sense it's going to be made. All right. So this is going to go here. So I'm going to have to shorten this up just a touch so that I can block it. Here's my... Do I smooth stone? Nope, we are going to use deep slate bricks. They're cool. All right. So that's going to go that way. We're going to take another one here, and here, and here, and here. Okay. So those will all output this way. So again, we're going to take the wheat's going to go out both sides this way. The sugar's going to come out here. And am I just being a silly goose? I think I'm being a silly goose. I think this is more complicated than it needs to be. Yeah, this is 100% more complicated than it needs to be. Okay. Yeah, because the chocolate's going to go out this way. Yeah, this is 100% more complicated than it needs to be. Let's go out to there, like that. I can't run the, I mean, I could potentially run the chocolate into this, but, and only run it out that side. Okay, so what I need coming out of this is the sugar's going down the middle. All right, the powdered sugar. All right. The wheat flour is going to come down either side there. And I could... So I could leave that just going down like that. I mean, that would be a thing. Totally a thing. Okay. Returned. Awesome. I'm falling off the thing again because, you know. Oh. Do I want to... Oh, I don't know if I want to... yeah. Yeah, I would love to. I don't have the stuff, but I would love to. Hang on. Let's craft things. You can craft if you want to. All right. We'll grab some tunnels. This is going to be fine. Everything is going to be fine. This is going to go here. We're going to get cocoa powder. And this is going to be fine. It's going to come out. Cocoa powder only out this way. Okay, and then... Okay. We'll run that down like so. So none of these chutes are going to get backed up by other things. It's going to be just the powdered sugar or the wheat or whatever. And then it's going to try to split it as it can. Okay? Okay. Great. Really, the wheat is the only one that needs to be split, but we're going to be fine. So now I need mixers. Actually, I'm going to need a bunch of mixers because I also am going to have to mix some other stuff. And, you know, I kind of need those belts to turn and do other things. But that's fine. This is a weird little setup, but hey, I think it's going to work out okay. I think we're going to be okay. All right, so let's come over here and grab our happy unhappy whisks. Yes, that's what we need. Also, let's grab those basins. We may have to craft up some more whisks here in a little bit. But before I do that, let's come over here and pick up some iron sheets. Just in case I need to make some more stuff. So, if I do need to make some more whisks, I can do that. I'll also probably have to... Actually, I am going to have to grab some encased fans as well, but... mechanical over here. There we go. Do need an encased fan. Might need more than that at some point, but for now, an encased fan. Okie dokie. You know, part of me wants to just get one big storage box, like a shulker box type thing, but a storage box, just with create stuff, and I just take that with me everywhere. That would be logical. Will I do that? Ah, who wants logic? All right. Cool. So that's going to go down this way. And I'm still going to run the butter down kind of like this. Okay. All right. I just don't know what it's going to connect to yet. All right. So now let's get some andesite casing so we can get our mixers going. Mixer. Go. Mixers. All right. Cool. All right. So now we're just going to hop in here. Mixer and mixer. Now, the last thing we need to get here is water, right? Because it's flour, sugar, and water. So, right. Oh, your body's AFKing the skeleton farm. Excellent. That's actually really handy. That is really handy. So, train. Yeah, because I didn't AFK it last night, or Tuesday night, like I was thinking about. I had to jump over and get stuff done. Get the snapshot and things done and all that stuff. And I just forgot to go back. Okay, I need fluid stuff. Pumps and pipes. Awesome. Also, I should probably get a bucket of water. All right, so over here, we've got Mr. Bucket. There we go, Mr. Bucket. Hello, Mr. Bucket. All right, well, let's head up to my really fancy infinite water source up here. Which turns out this is still my day one infinite water source right here. Oh, Sprite, here underneath the cactus farm, I do have it making bone meal. It's ridiculously slow because it's based off the cactus farm, but there is a little bit of sneaky bone meal under there. Okay. All right, let's head back to workshop level. Yeah, it's not a lot. Like I said, it's just the cactus farm leftovers, but could be handy. The other thing you could do is just grab a bunch of that cactus and compost it too, but since I don't need that much cactus, but I have it, so you throw a bunch of that into the composter and let it post the comp or something. Okay, so we're going to need water. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is we're going to come this way because there's plenty of room over here. Now, I think even though it's going to look really funky, I think we're going to run water sort of across like that. Okay. All right, so we'll bring this here. Now, I'm going to have to get, let's see. How do I want to do this? Because I do still have to power these, which this one will be easy. That one actually is, I don't think isn't going to be that hard either, really. Because I can just put some gears back in there. That'll be fine. Where things are going to get a little bit hairy, I guess, is how do I want to power this? So I'm going to bounce up and down a few times. Okay. It's going to be fun. I'm going to love it. Right. So let's get the power to these mixers so that I know what I'm in the way of. Okay. So that's going to go there. Vertical gearbox. That's going to go there. And then I can do that and for a bit of bone meal, just did grab a little bit of the Skelly Farm storage. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, we also have a bunch of that cactus, so we can compost that as well. Okay. Cool. So, all right, so those mixers are going. Now I just have to figure out where I want to, or how I want to be able to get stuff going this way. Yep. Yeah, no worries. I tend to forget that it's there. I built the cactus farm just because I was going to need a bunch of green. And then I was done with the green. So, you know, like so many of the farms, it's there, it's producing. It's just done. It's just, and the bone meal is just really slow. So, all right. So how now, brown cow? Let's do it this way. If I were to put a vertical gearbox on that, honestly, I do have a little bit of a, oops, that's not where you go. I do have to run power down to this thing anyway. See, I can put, right, so I can put a pump on here, just like this. Pump. Yep, that goes there. We'll face it that way, obviously. And I need to come down here and do things. So, hang on. I'm going to need to craft up a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to need a couple more gearboxes. Okay. And vertical. Okay. Moving around. We got it. We've got it. It's all happening now. All right. So now if I do it that way, that goes the wrong way, which is fine. Just slap another gearbox in there. And now everything's flowing in the right direction. Wonderful. Yep, that's... Yeah, it's not an issue at all. Nope, not even a little bit. All right, cool. So we now have a pump here. So let's get ourselves a little bit of a box of water here. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I guess I could come in this way a little bit too. So let's go and do that. Okay. So we'll go ahead and run this way. I do need infinite water sources coming in over here, so this is fine. Okay. Kind of sort of like this. Okay. We'll go ahead and close that off. Close this off. I could. Probably, I mean, I don't have to, but I could grab some glass and cover this. But we'll deal with that in a little bit. In the meantime, we're now pumping water into these basins. So they are now all watered up. Okay? Wonderful. So other than the fact not everything is spinning, this is great. We are doing fine. Hang on, I need to come under here. Okay, and oops. Well, I would have liked to have put a thing there, but okay, fine. We'll just bring it across like that. That's okay. They're all moving. Everything's great. All right. Cool. So now all of this is going to come out this way into... Right, we should be getting... We'll have the... what are we going to have? The pastry dough coming out here? Or no, this is the sweet dough. So now this is going to have to all mix with butter and Right. Okay. All right. So this is good. So this is all going to come out down here. And this, yeah. All right. I think I see what's going to happen. So this stuff can all come down here, mix with the butter at an area down this way. And then I will have the pastry dough. Okay. And at that point, I can turn the dough into the 3 different things I need to deal with. Okay. Or actually 4, right? Because the donut holes. Oh, the donut holes are actually cut out of the pastry base, not out of donuts. Okay. That's good to know. I was going to cut them out of donuts, but they cut out of the pastry base. So that's good. We just have to cook it first. Okay. All right. That's a thing. Also, are there chocolate donut holes? Yes. All right. So yeah, we're going to have a little bit of fun craziness or something. I think. Oh, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. You're my only hope, me lad. Use the lucky charms, Luke. Okay. All right, that's. You've only known them as Timbits. Yep. Well, it makes sense. I've only known them as donut holes, so. Yeah. Trying to remember when I first saw that. Obviously, I was a kid the first time I saw donut holes, but I can't remember now why or what was going on. We ended up seeing those. All right, so let's see. Is this how I want this to do? So we're gonna come out here. So we're gonna come out. We're gonna have all the sweet stuff here. Actually, I could just come down with shoots and stuff. That'll be fine. Okay. All right. So yeah. So basically, I want to come down under here. Okay. Hang on. Grab a shovel. All right. So I think this is going to be the plan here. So we're gonna bring a belt this way. Now remember, this is our butter belt. Okay. This. Tell me I have a sign. Yep. Right. This is butter. I just had a. Yes. Okay. Cool. The invisible item frame stuff got picked up, so that's good to know. All right. So this is all going to come this way. Into a basin over here somewhere, right? Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, this is a little funky. Okay, I wanted it to go right down the middle, but hey, we're just... Oh, Timbits are baked instead of fried. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, a donut hole is just, for us, it's just a glazed donut ball. So it's just, you take your donut dough, make it into a ball, fry the stuff, boom, donut. Or donut hole, I guess. Yeah, and these, to make the donut holes, in this case, it's just cutting up the thing, so. Awesome. All right, so we're going to have to deal with this somehow. How do I want to deal with this? Oh, you know what? We'll just slide it over. That's fine. That's not hard to do. We'll do it this way. Okay, hang on. Grab a belt. That's going to go like so. This is going to go away. And we are going to use a property of shoots that's just awesome. Okay. So, right, this goes away. And what we're going to do is we're going to do that. Okay. And this is still butter. All right. Cool. So this is going to come down this way. Right down here in between all of this stuff. Okay. And then what we're going to do, let's see. So to make, what is it? To make our pastry stuff, right? Our raw, okay, I can look at the chocolate one. That's fine. It just mixes the sugar dough with the butter in a regular basin. Okay. Awesome. So what we'll do is we're going to bring this stuff down. And I think, oops, I think I can come down like, nope, that's a definite up direction. Thanks. So I may have to, I might have to bring this down one layer. We're going to try this and see. So that's going to go that way. That's going to go that way. Okay. This is just a little sick and weird, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm going to have to drop this down one box thing. So, okay. Oh, it's music. Watching the skeletons that survive fall and get sliced because they're running on the belts. Yeah, it's the world's most deadly treadmill. Yep. I guess I should have put the spawners up. Probably just one more block would have done it, but okay. So what we're gonna do is I've done this before with a potion brewer. Just if any of you remember back in season 1 of Create, way back then. Okay, it's gonna go there. Yeah, I did a potion brewer that would take multiple inputs like that. Actually, you know what? I might not need that. Hang on. If I take that out, that basin can go there. Oh, even better. I don't have to go lower. We are perfectly fine. Love it. Love it. So, do I have another mixer? Hi. I would like one of your finest mixers, please. Thank you. Okay. Nice. That's true. If any of the armored ones spawn, yeah, they will in fact be a problem. So, yep. Oh, do I want to make this really stupid? I might. All right, so if I put this here, this goes up this way, here, and here. Where did that go? There. All right. Like that, and boom. Aha! We have ourselves the jankiest power ever. Those of you who are fans of janky power, this is what we've got. Okay. Also, I want to fall down. That's it. We're just going to keep falling. It's going to be great. All right. Yeah, and then I'll just use a chain drive. Okay. Okay, we'll just run a chain drive down this way. Okay. You know what would be really cool, though? Is if they were all facing the right direction. Okay. Okay, that one's going to have to go that way. And this one, they just all kind of have to go like that. Okay? Great. And then I can run butter into this. Okay. All right, so now this is going to be a little bit funky, but I think it's going to be okay. This will come out this way. So the idea is we are going to end up with all of the butter. All of the butter is coming down here. It's going to be great. No, we're going to have the dough come in here. I guess I don't really need these chests, but I kind of like the idea of having a little bit of a buffer there. So we'll get the sweet dough or the sugar dough, or in this case, chocolate sugar dough. Right? That's going to come here. Sugar dough is going to come here. Right? You got to question something with the tree form. Between the mangrove and acacia is a system with a dispenser facing a leaf block. Oh, that is a propagule generator. So, we can go take a look at it real quick. Let me grab my elytra so I can get over there a little faster. So what this does, so there's a problem with mangroves sometimes is I don't always get enough propagules out of the mangroves, okay? It's really annoying, but yeah, every once in a while, like you can see, it's only spitting out a few propagules here. So what you can do, is get hit by a thing, okay? What you can do is you can drop in bone meal here. That's going to feed these dispensers. And then what happens is you turn it on. So that now I'm out of bone meal, but the top dispenser there. Let's hang on. I need to inventory. Okay. Inventory space is cool. All right. But yeah, so when you bone meal mangrove leaves, it generates a propagule. And then if you bone meal the propagule, you get, it makes it grow until it's a full-size propagule, right? So I turn this on. Okay. And so you see it propagule gets generated, grows to full size, gets knocked off by the piston. And then what happens is that will get pulled into this storage vault and fed into this machine so that there are extra propagules in case it's needed. So yeah, so that's what that's for. Yeah, it's unfortunate just because of the way propagules grow and stuff. Hi. Well, this was the most unfortunate landing space I could have picked. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, the way propagules grow is they don't always generate full size, or mangroves don't always generate full size propagules when they grow. And so it's possible that you can get a tree that doesn't actually have any saplings, which is annoying, to truth be told. Yeah, that's it. Minecart was trying to help. Anyway, so yeah, that's what that does. Okay, so coming back here, we are now, what's coming out of this basin is pastry stuff, okay? All right, so now what we need to do is we need to turn all of those, right, we're here. We're at the pastry dough stage. Oh, yeah. Yep, no problem. No problem. So let's take a look at the, so the pastry bars, it's crafted. Okay. So the pastry bars run through the mechanical crafter. The regular pastries are just, they're just the pastries. Donuts get fried, and the donut holes get cut. So basically, I'm going to have 4 different outputs to this thing that I'm going to have to deal with. So, okay. Well, that seems like a thing that's doable. So what we're going to do is let's bring this belt out a little bit further. Okay. We're going to bring this out this way. Okay. Then, oh yeah, this is going to be a special breed of fun. And the way this is going to work is I'm going to set up the donut crafting belts underneath. This is becoming a very vertical farm here. While the chocolate stuff is all very horizontal, the donuts here are horizontal as all get out, which is fine. So what we're going to do is I'm going to come down underneath here, and we're going to come in, I don't know, 4 blocks, 5 blocks, something like that. Woohoo! 5, something. I don't know if it needs to go down that far, but I can go down that far. We'll take it off 1. That's fine. And there we go. There we go. Perfect. Comes out, that goes away. And now we're going to go this way. Oh, stream joke. Whenever the cashier at the grocery store asks my dad if he would like the milk in a bag, he replies, "No, just leave it in the carton." Yeah. Yeah, no, wise choice. Okay. So this is going to come over here. All right, now I'm going to reverse direction. We're going to go this way. Okay. All right, it's going to come up here like so. Boink, like that. Ah, where's my belts? Bagged milk is great. Sure, but if it starts in a carton, I don't think I need it poured into my bag, you know. All right, so the donuts are going to get fried. Oh, you know what? I might actually want to kick this out 1 more. Let's see. Because I'm going to be bringing the vegetable oil from here. Okay. So the vegetable oil is going to come down this way. So I think maybe we'll be okay here. I need another basin. Okay. Basin's going to go there. All right. So vegetable oil is going to get pumped down into this. All right. Great. Oh, actually, that can't do that. Because this actually needs to be hot. Because here's the thing, right? You get your donut. Donut base. Yep. And your donut base, it's a hot mix. So it's the vegetable oil, the mixer, and a spicy guy. Okay. Which I don't have any on me. That's fine. So that's gonna be a thing. Okay. All right, so that's gonna have to sit under there. The rest of this is gonna head out this way. All right. So we'll have a mixer here. We're going to need a slicer, which will be an extra breed of fun, which I don't have. And we're going to need a mechanical crafter. The mechanical crafter I do have. Somewhere. I know I grabbed it. I grabbed it. There it is. Okay. foreseeing the adventures of future, you're figuring out how to feed the spicy guy. Oh yeah, the spicy guy actually won't be that bad. Okay, that's going to go there. It's going to go there. Okay. So, I have lava right here. So, I can pull lava right out of this pump. Or, no, that would get really funky. Yeah, I could just set up a little auto filler station thing like this, and just do the thing here. So yeah, that'll be fine. I'll have to set up a mechanical arm and stuff, or actually probably a deployer, because I could do something like I've got over here in the sandwich shop. Woohoo! So over here I have a deployer that's oh, I'm out of, am I out of fuel? I must be out of fuel. Because oh no, I'm not out of fuel. I'm just at full. No, I'm just not doing much. That's cool. Anyway, this this deployer is just using coal. Oh no, it's not this shop. It's the pasta shop I'm doing lava with, I think. Is it? One of these. Oh no. Nope, this one's doing coal too. So, all right, but I can use a thing like this with a spout over it. Just put the lava bucket on it, or put the empty bucket on it, gets filled. It's used, or it tries to use it, and then it puts it back. It'll be fine. I think it'll be... I've got it. We could feed the spicy guy. It'll be good. I don't think that's going to be too much of a challenge. So, cool. Now, what I could do is I could actually bring this vegetable oil, make this fluid tank larger. Right, I can make the tank larger, and then so I've got some more storage. Now, if I wanted to, this is making a fair amount of vegetable oil, and I'm not automatically filling it right now either, so that's a thing. Yeah. All right, so okay, so this is going to have to come off this way, at least one notch this way, so I can get this stuff in place. All right. Cool. All right, so now this is all going to come back this way. All right, because we're going to get, oh, donut holes come out of cooked pastries, not raw pastries. Okay. Well, that's good to know. All right. So this is going to come out. These are going to be cooked. All right. Wonderful. So basically what I'm going to have to do is we'll get some campfires and mechanical fans, because I'm going to have to cook everything coming out of here. Actually, so I really only need the one thing here. Or something? How am I doing this? I don't know how I'm doing this. So I'm doing it somehow. Okay, because I could bring this down and give myself a little bit more room here too. I've got a little bit of space going this way. So I can feed this way a little bit if I want to, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to abuse the tunnels again. And we're going to split stuff out so that it comes in. Am I out of... So everything comes in right into the basins, into the thing, and it'll just process and then head out to cook and do whatever. And I think basically what I could do, because the donuts don't need to cook, but everything else does. So if I were to block this path, I could then put a thing here maybe so that the fan doesn't blow on to those to cook them. Right, because the donuts are just going to get destroyed if I try to cook them again. Right, because there is no such thing here as raw donut base. Right, you take, I've got to cook the pastry base before it becomes donuts. Okay. So yeah, this is definitely going to have to come out a little bit more then. All right, so I'm going to have to cook. All right. I think I see what's going on now. Right. Okay. So that's going to have to go there. And then I'll need a tunnel here as well. Okay. Because I'll need to cook here. And then the raw pastry dough. Hang on. Oh, right. Because this is the... What am I making? This is the bars. Okay. So this could get crafted first. But it doesn't matter. So I could stop this right here as well. Okay. So I can cook that, and I can cook the other pastry thing there as well. All right, and then what I would need to do is just put my... yeah, okay. Sure. This is all going to make sense. Where's my mechanical crafter? So this is going to have to go this way. Actually, let's put this one over here. We'll put the crafter on this side. Just powering it's going to be it's going to be a little bit easier. Okay. All right. Pull this out this way. And as I said, I've got some room. Whoops. Come on. Come on down. Okay. Here. Because then what I can do is I can run this. I need to cut that. Because it only needs to go that far. All right, now. This goes like that. So, all of our pastry stuff is going to come down here. All right. And then what I'll do is I'll take an encased fan, which I got. Yep, here it is. I prepared this earlier. And I could take an encased fan over here, and let's do... I just need a block here or something so that I can put the campfire is going to go on that, and then the encased fan is going to go... No, that's an encased chain drive. Here. So it's going to cook everything. All right. So the plan is we get our pastry doughs coming out of this, right? Here, let's grab a sign just so I know what's happening here. In fact, I might even set a filter on this, but this is going to be the pastry dough, right? Coming out of each of these is sweet doughs of various types. Okay. All right, so sweet dough comes out here. It gets mixed with the butter to become pastry dough. Comes down here. The tunnel is going to split it. I need a input there. Thanks. Yeah, so that's going to split it. So we'll get the pastry dough going in here to make bars, here just to be dough. Yeah, actually, both of these are just going to be dough. This one will become donuts. And then I need a slicer back over here and a mixer, which I don't have either of those things. But probably the slicer here to make the donut holes. Everything goes plain out this way. And this is going to be the bars. So by the time everything comes off of this line, I'll have everything I need. At least that's the master plan. Okay, so let's make sure everything is going to function the way I need it to function. We're going to need a campfire. We're going to need a pump. We're going to need lots of things. We're going to need to sleep. It's going to be great. Okay, so yeah, we should be okie dokie. So let's start with iron sheets. So I'm going to need to make a, not a propeller. I'm going to need to make a mixer or two. Okay. Gonna make a mixer. Okay. Couple of mixers. Great. Next thing I'm going to need is a campfire. So I need some logs. I've got some sticks. Do I have charcoal? Coal works. Okay. So campfire. All right. So the campfire is going to come down here. Wow. Did I mention this is just really stupid? Oh, a slicer. I need a slicer. So a slicer, which I'm going to need to get knives and stuff for, but cogwheel, casing, turntable, which is silly. Do I have slabs? I can have slabs. Okay, slabs, and then so I need turntable. Okay, and okay. Cool. Can I let's make some cogs here, shall we? All right. No, we're getting there. We're getting there. Actually, we need that sooner than later, so let's keep that around. Slicer. I do not need 6 of those, so we'll just save that for later. All right. So slicer and a mixer. Cool. Let's not get them confused. So the mixer. Also, I need to finish this back up here. Okay, so that again, that's our butter line. Or our sugar line, excuse me. Or no, that's our butter line. Yeah, everything's great. All right. Right down here. Cool. So mixer goes there. Slicer goes here. And of course, they're just off from each other, because that's cool. Here, let's do it this way. This is going to make some form of sense to somebody. Okay, so assuming everything is spinning the right way, that should be good. And then, oops, fall down. It's okay too. Let's grab our handy dandy pump. Okay, that goes away. That goes there. Flipped over. Okay. Cool. So as this gets powered, we should now get everything. The slicers I have to pay attention to because it has to spin in the right way. So we'll have to solve that problem in a little bit. Okay, we'll get the deployer here. No, it's going to be a mechanical arm. Take that back. All right. Also, let's just... Do I want to use a... Doesn't really matter, I guess. Let's grab a chute and a chest is fine. I can use a chest. I just want a thing that I can stick knives into. Okay. I think I'm going to make up a handful of diamond knives. Okay. Okay. Iron ones work, but they do wear out fairly quickly. Hopefully the diamond ones will stick around longer. Okay. Cool. So now let's see what I can do about getting some power down here now. Right, so this is now going in the opposite direction, which is fine. Let's see. How do I want to do this? It's a lot of I don't know here. Okay, so let's do it this way. See if this works. First things first, I need, since I used up all of my oh. Holy cow. I am running out of stuff here. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to just hope that this is facing the right way, or spinning the right way. And go. Yes, I think the mixer is spinning the right way. Do I have iron on me? I do. Okay, let's just make a handful of knives here. Okay. All right, and that is slicing the right way. Perfect. That's got vegetable oil in it. Perfect. All right. Next, we need to power this guy. Actually, I think what I might be able to do, take that back. I think if I were to put, I think I could put the campfire right here. So I think I can move this. All right, so I think the campfire can go there. This can go right here. I think that'll work. I'm going to have to test this here in a second, but let's see if this spins. Oh, it's not going to spin at all because it's not connected to anything, which is great. Ow, big fan. Chuck a couple steps to it. Okay, cool. If I have any andesite alloy up there, you could throw that on the saw in the workshop, and that might do what I need to as well. I think this is okay. Okay. So now let's figure out how I'm powering this thing. My allergies may require me to... What was that? I sneezed. I had a sneeze. I just muted it, you know, because sneezing. Yeah. Oh, yep. The allergies may have determined that I am done streaming, but we'll find out here. Oh, andesite alloy. If you take the andesite alloy and throw it on the saw blade, be sure it's got a filter set for shafts, and it'll cut up a bunch. Poo. All right. What was I? Oh, right. I need gearboxes. Yeah, gearboxes. Give me a couple of those. All right. Oh, it's not fun. Oh, right. I've got to power this thing too. Okay. Well, let's just be sure I've got all of this part working then. Hang on just a second. Okay. Sorry, I had to blow my nose. Otherwise, I was just going to keep sneezing and it was not going to be pretty. All right, so I need to get some power off of this thing, and I need it to go backwards. So I think what I want to do is I want to take a vertical gearbox. Ooh, I might need more gearboxes. I'm going to need a vertical gearbox here so that I can stick a cog off of it. Okay. Yeah. Whoa. That's going to go there. Vertical gearbox. I think like that. Yeah. Hey, Snoopers! Welcome in. No, I had to blow my nose. But how's it going? I hope you're doing okay. I am rapidly and frequently falling off my machinery, as we have come to expect. How you doing? It is great to have you here. Crafting table. I am doing a thing. Okay. We are we... Where am I? I'm down here. Sorry, I'm lost. It happens. It's a vertical machine, and I'm totally not at all. Okay. Oh, this is... Okay, other than the fact that fan is not at all working, we are doing great. Right, so... I mean, it's blowing in the right direction. It just needs to be up higher, so... Great. Well, that's annoying. Okay, so if that's going to go there... Oh, crud. Okay, so let's see. This is going to have to come up... Let's see, can I... How do I want to do this? I don't know how I want to do this. We're going to do this a really stupid way. Because, yeah, this is absolutely the way of the stoop. And we are... Oh. Hi. Oh, there we go. And it's... Okay. All right. Nope, this is fine. Woohoo! All right, I have no idea where my campfire is, but it's here somewhere. I don't know where, but it's definitely somewhere. Also, this is going... Yeah, it blows. Also, this is going the wrong way. Right. Do I have another gearbox? Nope, I don't. This is great. We are... Okay, we are doing awesome here. Ah, that is 100% not what I wanted to do. Okay, nope. Nope, we're good. Everything is fine. Yeah. No, everything is awesome. No, we're good. We're gonna make this happen. It's gonna be fun. So, yes. So, that's gonna go there. Whoa! Okay. Yes, the one I have labeled cut. That's correct. Right. All right, we'll stop the fan there. All right. This is about to get very spicy. As soon as I can figure out where the heck my... Oh, also, this is spinning the wrong direction. So I need to... Right, take that out. Put that in. Okay. Awesome. There's my campfire. Excellent. So now, if I slap this down here, oh yes, this is all very hot and spicy. I love it. Okay. Great. So let's grab a little bit of glass because we have some. And I'm just going to run a little bit of glass out this way. Now, what I am going to have to do is let's get, oh, there they are. I need some attribute filters. Okay. And what we're going to get here is some, yeah, raw pastry. That's fine. Can be smoked. All right. And I need this to be knotted. Okay, so it cannot be smoked, which means it will go right through here, 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 and also, hang on, need to get up here, there. So all of our pastry stuff is, whoa, is going to come through here and end up getting cooked and then either becoming donuts, getting cut into donut holes, being just pastries, or here this will craft into the bars and then get cooked. Okay. So, yeah. So that's all going to be fine. So, shall we do a little test? We should absolutely do a little test. So what I'm going to need to do, now I don't have the chocolate that I'm going to need. I still have to run that. That's going to be coming. But right through one of these sides is, I can somehow get butter. Ah, there we go. There's butter. Probably more than this. Okay, so. Okay. This is a little stupid, but we're going to get it. Okay. Good enough. All right. So, honestly, let's just swap this out for a there. We'll pull stacks of butter out because yeah, man. We're going to have ourselves some butter, and you know it. What was on the other side of this one? Forgot. Oh, this is cheese. That's right. Cheese. Okay. Just in case we need to get some cheese, we can get some cheese. I can't get out of my machine, but we're okay. Fine. Everything's great. All right. So I need to get some wheat, and I need to get, well, I think I've got like a stack of sugar on me, so we can go with that. But let's get some wheat. Dog is having a lovely day. Wheat. Oh, hey, we are doing okay for wheat. All right. And as I said, I've got sugar, so what I don't have is cocoa powder, but that's okay. We are about to throw a bunch of donut fixings on the floor. Okay? Perfectly hygienic. Not a problem with any of it. It'll be totally fine. So. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It, I think it's like 6 shafts per dealy bob, so. Oh, yeah. It is. We are good to go. All right. So we're going to throw some butter, throw some wheat. We'll throw a couple of wheats. I need to throw sugar, but I need to be sure this sugar actually comes through here. Okay. Oh, this, I might have just thrown all my wheat away. Hang on, let's take a look at this. wheat? Not wheat. Okay. Do not wheat out that way. Okay. So sugar's going that way. Yeah, I said I think I managed to throw wheat down and get all sorts of stupidness coming out this way. So, all right, let me go. Darn it. Let me go grab some more wheat. That's not good. Okay. Filled my toolbox to the max. That is wonderful. It's wonderful. Definitely going to need it. Yeah, the shafts. When you make those things with the mechanical saw, they go nuts, man. You get so much. Okay. Okay. Let's go do this. I need to copy that map and put my logo in a bunch of other places. Oh, you need a joke. Okay. Huh. All right, here it comes. That's all right. Both work. Stream joke. Why do scuba divers fall backwards into the water? Because if they fell forwards, they'd still be in the boat. Yeah. Makes sense. You need a good joke. Well, you're asking a lot. Okay. Cool. So that's now mixing. We're getting the flour. Okay. Okay. Stream joke. What do computers and air conditioners have in common? They both become useless when you open Windows. Okay. We definitely have sugar dough coming down here. Oh, that's the other thing I need to put on this. I think I just threw all that butter away too. Okay. This also needs a butter filter. Okay. Great. All right. So now let's just throw this butter down. All right. So the butter should end up here somewhere. You give up. That's fair. Okay. Did I get butter in here? I don't know if I got butter anywhere, to be honest. Oh, hey. Let's maybe get that glass block out of that. Okay. Sugar's going there. Flour. Go there. Oh, and it picked up wheat seeds. Oh, no. Wheat flour, powdered sugar. Okay. So that's fine. We're getting sugar dough. It's also creating sugar dough. This one, I actually should put a filter on it. So it only makes chocolate dough. Where's the list? Yes, the carton one wasn't bad. Okay. Let's get the chocolate. Chocolate sugar dough. That's the ticket. Oh, I need the... Yeah, no, that's right. Ah, jeez, monkeys. Yeah, sugar dough does sound good, though. This is chocolate sugar dough I make. Okay. There. That way it only makes the chocolate. Okay, cool. But, where's my butter? Also, yeah, where's my butter? All right, let's go get some more butter. Hang on, we're stuck. We're stuck. Yeah, I will very soon, probably Saturday, set up the train schedule so we can go get... Okay. You know, I really should maybe just create a door here or something. That might be helpful. But, butter. Okay. All right. That is true. Yes, my my planning signs got very specific. Yeah, it's squirt with stuff. You know. It's it's how you get the filling in the donut. Just like I do with the chocolate bars. You run the donut underneath the spouty squirty thing and it gives you chocolate covered whatever. All right, fine. Let's all right, let's see where the butter goes. Make sure it goes out where it needs to go. Okay. Right. Okay, so good. Here comes our butter. All right, good. Now we're getting pastries. All right, now they're going to come down here. All right, see, so they're getting cooked and they're getting thrown off the edge. Okay, so what we should be getting here, we should be getting 4 different things. We're getting pastry base, we're getting pastry bars, we're getting donut holes, and donuts? Why am I not getting donuts? Did I do something silly? Donut. To make donut. It's pastry base plus oil. Oh, it's not heated. Okay, that's fine. I haven't gotten that part done. Okay, that's right. Spicy boy is spicy. Is not spicy. You are correct. And Snoopers, who is the expert in donuts. Yes, no, wait, this is absolutely how donuts are made. You take your pastry base, you throw it in your hot vegetable oil, you slap it around with a mixer. That's totally how this works, right? Okay. Nice. So, all right, so this is going to give us a bunch of pastry things. All right, now, again, I have to get the hot mixer hot and spicy, but yeah, I'll just stand here, right? But then the idea is, oh, actually hang on, I need to come up here and look at this for a minute. What did I do with the powdered sugar? I just came there. I'm going to need to run another. Ooh. I'm going to have to get some more powdered sugar coming down this way. Because if I want to have powdered donuts, I need to mix my powdered sugar and stuff. Okay? It's going to have to happen. All right. So we now have a bunch of pastry things, right? Now, well, this is not how it's going to happen. Up and up and up. Right? I should be able to take one of these donuts, one of these pastries, right? And throw it through there, and it gets squirted, and then we get a dark chocolate-filled pastry. Right? If I come right through here, sitting outside with your mouth wide open. Yeah, totally. Yep. You see, I now have a dark chocolate-filled pastry. So this is going to be the goal here, right? I'm going to ship it over. I've got to get all of the fluids over here somewhere where I can pump them into donuts. But that's going to be the idea is, well, our donuts are going to come out here. And once I get the chocolate over, the cocoa powder, I'll have chocolate donuts as well. And then we'll be fine, right? I'll be able to pull those donuts out somewhere where I can basically run this same type of system where I dispense a donut of whatever type I've asked, past the fluids, or past a mixer where I can mix on powdered sugar. Okay? Because powdered chocolate donuts, apparently are lucky. You know, powdered donut holes, powdered chocolate donuts gives you +1 luck. So that's cool. I have no idea what that's going to do, but, you know, that's cool. All right. Oh, I apparently have the comfort effect for a while. So, yay. Anyway, so that's the idea. Oh, did I forget it? Well, no, it's just sitting here. All right, cool. So I think what we're going to have to do next time is we'll have to add the heater so we can cook our donuts. We'll actually have to collect the donuts. I need to bring down the chocolate, right? I'll bring down the cocoa powder and stuff, and then we should be good. So yeah, I think we're in good shape. We actually got a lot of progress today. We had a lot of progress. And then I'm also, at some point, maybe I'll have time on Saturday, will be to extend the train system. Okay, stream joke. Why did the man put his money in the freezer? He wanted cold, hard cash. Riley has not been great on the joke front today. Okay, the jokes are not landing. And I think maybe she needs to think up some new material. Anyway, this is good. We are definitely making donuts with our sort of very vertical machine. This was not what I was expecting when I started today, but this is what we've ended up with. Anyway. Go team. All right. Let's go ahead and call it. Oh, man. But hey, we've got donuts. We're good. We also have amazing supporters. I've got some amazing supporters over at musicfreegaming.com. And, you know, if you're not already a supporter, become a supporter. You can get access to, I've got supporter only channels in the Discord. You have to link things up, but then it should give you those, that access. You get the newsletter, early access to the podcast, all sorts of good stuff. So check that action out. And it is the second best way to support the show. Yeah, quit while we're behind. Exactly, with the jokes. Absolutely. The best way to support the show is to watch, hit that like button on those platforms that have it, and all that good stuff. Next stream will be Saturday morning at 7:30 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time. And until then, be excellent to each other. And you are all awesome and amazing, by the way. I just think you all need to know this. The new reward, good jokes. You're asking too much, snoopers. We're good jokes. I don't have the budget for that. We're going to have to go with whatever comes out. we get the this is the you have good jokes at home variant of jokes. Okay, this is how this goes. All right. Anyway, until next time, be excellent to each other. And this is Music for Gaming signing off.